on the hot coals.
No way.
Yeah. That was really fun. You could just hear the exhilaration in her voice because it was like a mind over matter kind of experience.
Okay, we're live, so everybody should wave.
Hello.
Say hey.
Good
Hey.
evening.
We had a request that when I go live that we should show the rest of the room, since we didn't turn the room around.
Right.
So, I don't know who's gonna be on there tonight, but we'll do it because we promised last week I didn't do it. I forgot my phone charger and, my phone was almost dead last week.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to put it over
No,
here?
it's fine. We're joking.
I can move this stuff too, certainly.
It's like nothing back here.
That has a terrible light.
We haven't-
Sorry, there's no one on there, so it's okay. Yeah.
It's our glowy lights. There you go.
That's pretty good,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so I think we should get started because it is, oh, it's only 6:58. Shut the front door. Huh?
I have something fun that I.
We could draw for?
good.
On
It's
time,
just a
right?
little tiny something, so don't get too excited, but it's really kind of fun.
Well, yeah, but even if it's a little tiny something. Okay, we'll wait 60 seconds, right? In case someone else runs in the door.
Right?
Got lots of fun things. Krista had a beautiful model with the new lip colors on. I was talking to Abby and Kyla before the rest of you guys got here. Did any of you have a chance to watch any part of the video that I posted on our Extraordinary page?
Just recently,
Just last week?
Last,
with the one gal,
Yeah.
Lori
I
Hall.
watched part of it.
So like at the end, she's got those, she does the lipsticks as the eye color and the cheek color.
I
and
put
the
those
lip
away,
color.
but I shouldn't have.
That's okay. It's really, so even if you just get to the end and you look at the gal's face, half her face is one look and the other half of her face is another look. And she uses like that purple lipstick on her eyes. It's beautiful.
It really
So-
is. I actually even saw another lady do it, and she was mature skin, and it was beautiful on
On
her
her too. Yeah, so you need the quick go-to things like, our grandma used to use lipstick for cheek color, but like that purple and the Murillo,
There's a T in there. Myrtillo.
Myrtillo, Puro Myrtillo.
Say, where is Lily, that she
Right.
could really do the pronunciation.
Red Romo, Orange Neo, and Grassi Violet. So the Grassi Violet and the Puro Myrtillo, both those, great on your eyes. So you could probably do even a little orange on there too.
So
I
is this
remember-
like Latin inspired or like, cause I feel like they sound, like that they've got
I
some
guess I
kind of
haven't really.
inspiration tied together.
Milan. This is like
Milan.
Evan.
Oh,
Is
Italy.
that what it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Tasha Agers, who is a licensed cosmetologist, and that she always, for years, has told me she's done lipsticks for eye colors. And when we changed, there was one season when we went from silver to the black tubes. And the black tubes, there was some really like a fuchsia and some of the purpley colors. Can't remember the names of them right now. If someone said them, I could. But she always used as eyeshadows. I'm like, stop. Anyway, so that's why I tagged her on that video. 'Cause I'm like, you gotta see this. This is like, you've been doing this for however long, and these are your colors. So anyway, so you might wanna check that out, that video out. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And you
Cool
go
thing.
out the door, something, getting something. Look in your case because you can use something in your
Some
case
powder.
to do your face.
I use pressed powder for eyeshadow all the time. In
If
fact,
you're out of color cards, you
Mhm.
can just make that work.
Right.
That's what
Right.
I've been doing.
yeah, just get creative,
And
definitely.
where was the video listed under? Where's
It's
it
on
under?
our web, or on our,
Your website?
not the website, on the Facebook page, on the
Okay.
unit Facebook page,
Yeah.
so the Extraordinary,
Mhm.
it's on there. I posted it, I don't know when. And I kind of jokingly had said, wasn't jokingly, I had told everybody that Tuesday night before that video, I saw that video, that I was like, yeah, I'm not so crazy about those lipsticks. My customers can get those CVS. Like if I have someone order that out of the book, I'll just CVS it to them. And then I saw that video and I'm like, shoot.
Okay, put your name on the back.
Probably gonna need those, yeah. Our products just continue to get better and better and better. Like the
Thank you.
coconut spray is that spray, I don't know, Chris put that away too.
Oh, I got it right there though. I almost asked if anybody wanted to try it.
This coconut water, she talks about that first, she goes on and on about that.
She does.
And
She
how,
didn't have that.
like, this is like liquid gold, it's a reviving facial spray. And nobody really else has anything like it, and what it does is it hydrates your skin. And she talks about the ingredients in there and what those ingredients do and how that impacts your skin. And if I could tell you any of what she said right now, I would, but I didn't write any of it down. All I can remember is it's amazing for your skin.
Liquid gold people, we
Yeah,
have,
liquid
we
gold.
have it
And
and
it
they are
smells
gonna
like-
want it.
I like that, there was
And
like,
it smells like coconut and, yeah.
one of the comments from somebody that was watching, liquid gold is only good for furniture.
Yeah.
We're the human
Not now.
furniture.
So, and it's limited edition, so actually, I thought when we, at seminar, someone was using it, they gave us all one at seminar, and I thought that the company sprayed it in the ventilation
pumped it through.
system. Because the trip this year is to Hawaii, the top director trip is to Hawaii, so I
And they
thought,
just flashed
oh,
a
I
little
said,
picture
they
on
are
the screen.
so smart. They did that when they launched the Serum C
They
with
did.
oranges. They
They
pumped
did.
the orange
Oranges.
smell through the ventilation system, so before they started talking about it, we all started smelling citrus, that citrus smell. Like, super smart, I mean, that's a smart thing to connect those kind of things.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but it was, Chris is like, I think it was those directors down there, but I'm like, oh, wow.
The other thing fun about these lipsticks is that they're a little bit smaller, you should feel them, and they fit in the compacts again.
So we should pass them around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're like, almost like a metal-y feel too.
They have just a, they feel.
So you never
nice.
know, if they're really popular in that, then it wouldn't be unlike Mary Kay to have something come out like with that formula and
You
more
have some of
shades.
that
I mean,
you want.
sometimes limited edition, we see that come back around.
It just didn't work.
Yeah.
I like that, but I like, I know it's not here.
So, okay, so you got, did y'all write your names on the back of those tickets? Let's do an on-time drive.
I'm looking here.
I think this is the first time that I would ever qualify for something like that, so.
So you get twice?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that's a victory in and of itself, in the drawing.
I totally get that. A lifelong goal of mine to be on time. Abigail!
Abby,
Winner!
Abby is a winner.
Okay, so my fun little prize, you can choose which color, because you hold the key, you were on time drive.
Cute.
It's a little bottle opener, actually.
No way, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's a bottle opener?
It is.
Okay.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
That's
That's kind of fun thing.
cute too.
That's cute.
So,
Yeah.
you have a soda that you need to open.
Or an adult beverage.
That's
She's an adult.
right. That's yours. Funny, yeah. So, congrats.
Or you have canned goods, that's what I've been eating lately, I was blessed with some canned goods from my mom,
Oh,
our
yeah,
parents'
they would work for
neighbors.
that.
Which she, oh my gosh, I feel like it was the best gift, I told her next year I will buy them, because she's such an amazing canner, like, everything I've gotten from her has been
I
phenomenal.
didn't know I had salsa and I did, and it was great
Oh
salsa.
my gosh, her jalapeno pepper, I mean, anyway, but I've had to get my can opener, my little bottle opener out to open those jars.
Yeah, well,
So, there you go. All right, so I wanna know what good news is happening. Anybody have anything they're celebrating? We wanna cheer loudly. So take your name and tell us what you're celebrating. Anything? Nothing? I have, mints I can share. We need some bribery.
Yes.
I'm a new red jacket.
Woo!
As a library.
Thanks for being here. There you go. Yeah, high five. Nice. So exciting. All right. We do have one person on there. Hey. Okay, anybody else have red hot news they're excited about?
I'm excited to go to,
Van!
after we get done here tonight, I'm gonna go sign a new consultant agreement with my friend Misty.
Yay! That is so fun.
That is fun.
Yay! Yay,
You
yay.
can pray about my little sweet guest that was here because I so would love to have her on the team.
I was trying.
I know, that was great. Perfect.
So
She
I
wants
think
to.
this is a follow-up call tomorrow. Thanks.
All the like clients that she'll have too, like, 'cause she works with people every day
Yeah.
with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. I was kind of hoping Kendra was gonna get here, so she could have talked about it, having it within the, doing
Yeah,
stuff. within
hair
the
salon industry.
Mhm.
Yep.
So,
Was her name Marisa or how?
Mirza,
Mirza.
M-I-R-Z.
I think I called her Mira. Mirza.
That's what we did the first time.
Yeah. All right. Jackie, Debbie, any good news? Any things you're celebrating? You're here.
I am here, and I did make this out, so.
Yeah, you got some sales.
Thank you.
Anything you want to share?
My birthday's Thursday.
Your birthday.
Yay.
Celebration.
Birthday.
Birthday. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, we had, who was it? Your grandma's is today?
Matt's is Thursday
Matt's
too.
is Thursday. Oh, nice.
The month to be
Hope you celebrate in a special, special way.
I'm going camping, so.
Well,
That's
fun.
awesome.
That'll be fun, right?
Little
You're enjoying
leisure
weather?
time.
It is fun. What?
Little leisure time.
I think it's gonna be really beautiful, perfect weather, probably cool nights.
Yeah, so hopefully.
That's kind of a fun thing. You can bundle up that way.
Hey,
Hey, Therese. So,
Scoot you over.
yeah, come on in. All right, so that's our good news, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else? Did you have any good news you wanted to share with us?
Good week.
Had a great, yeah, good week, great week. And you're here, right?
finally.
That's good, okay.
So glad.
All right, so I think we should, and we didn't like, did we introduce each other? I think it's like, why don't we should have did that when you were saying good news, but maybe you could go around and tell who you are, and how about one thing maybe you're excited about? I wanna start with us, with you, with Amy?
Yeah, my name's Amy, and something I'm excited about. Well, my daughter's starting Southeast October 3rd, South Caribbean College. So
Wow.
actually,
Oh,
It's exciting.
wow. Is she excited?
Yeah. She's been taking one class at Bryan, the hospital, but like official college starts.
Yeah. Wow.
What a
New
cool
chapter.
path.
Yeah. That's fun. So, okay, so this is Amy over here, yay. All right. Brand new red jacket.
I'm Teresa. I'm excited about, hopefully, I will be in DIQ October 1st. That is the goal. We are not going to be pushing it out any farther than that. Got women in mind and just gotta get
All the details.
all the details.
Yeah. Yay. October 1. Done. See it. You're gonna go to advance and you're gonna come up there as a DIQ.
Yes.
What? What does
Yeah.
that look like?
When you like, well, there's tons of recognition when you go to
Advance.
these functions. So there'll be marches and different things that you'll get to go across
Is
stage.
there a tiara? Because I really didn't think I was into that, but now I think I kind of.
I love that, Carla.
Oh my God.
Do we need Yeah, yeah. I don't know if there's a tiara for this one. She does my name.
Special one.
She was like, I might have to gear into that. There's usually fun things like they do, like all kinds
You
of
just
party
never
favor
know.
things.
They
You just never
do.
know what she's
Yeah.
gonna have when you like get to cross the
Sometimes
stage.
there's extra bling for your badge, or there's things that set you apart from the rest when you're in DIQ. You might get a flashy little ring or something, like a little
It's fun. It's
It's
like fun.
party
Yeah.
favor stuff, but it is, you wanna have it, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Even if you never would have thought that you wanted to have it, like when you're there, I remember Stacy always does fun things, like even like with attire and things, like when we go to functions, like what we're gonna wear. And one year we did wigs, so like I had this purple wig, and I was like, but I tell you what, it was so much fun when you got there, cause all your girlfriends have it. We did like a rock star party where we all like got like dress up, like put on this crazy makeup and look like rock stars and, you know. We've done sequin vests and we've done all kinds of crazy things, and I think, oh, seriously. But it's so much fun when you have everybody's like, where else are you gonna do kind of stuff? So, yes. DIQs will be crossing the stage. I'll find out about it right, with red jackets, huh? We'll see about
Yeah,
that.
red jackets and DIQs get the special shirt.
Yeah.
This year, it's
Oh, yeah.
reds, they get the shirt.
It's red?
It's reds.
Oh, we haven't seen the
Reds.
t-shirt though.
No, we
yet.
haven't, no, I think it's gold, she put it on the,
Is it up?
no, the order
Oh.
form's not, but in one of our emails, Suzanne said it, and I said, how did you know it was gold? She said, she said it in an email. So, the gold sparkly, so I don't know if it's the shirt's
Oh,
gold or if
yeah.
it's gold
I
sparkly
bet
or what.
I bet it'll be sparkly gold as the thing. I can't
don't know.
imagine that it'd be a gold t-shirt. That'd be. That would be.
That's gonna clash with your tier.
I know. Also,
I mean,
I don't
confusing.
visualize it as a sparkly gold, but there is colors, you know, it's just.
Well, to have a different color, that will be interesting, because it's usually always a black t-shirt with the.
Or for the director, everybody else always has white
White,
with
right.
with the thing on it, so.
Well, we'll see what it's gonna
I
be.
don't know, changing it up.
Right,
No.
yeah. Okay, so we've got Amy and Teresa and beautiful.
I'm Abby. I live up in Fremont, and I'm excited just to have a fabulous fall and get everything going. And I don't.
That's awesome.
Nice to meet everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yay.
I'm glad I could finally make it. This is the first party I've been able to come to Lincoln, so, because otherwise it's
Yeah, yeah. When you work in Skylar, so
Yes.
she goes the other opposite direction during the day,
Yes,
right?
I kind of have a long commute, and so this is just kind of long too, but I'm really glad to be here. I'm glad I came, so.
We like flying home. Excited.
Right, yes.
Yeah. And she's on Kyla's team, so you
Yes, I
introduce
am.
them.
I'm Kyla, and I'm excited about DIQ October 1st too.
So exciting.
Yeah, and Kyla's here, when you came in for work, but she's now living in
So
Junior.
Junietta, Small Town USA.
Yeah.
Which ironically
from
people
there.
have all connections to, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 755 people
Where's that at?
by Hastings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you going back tonight?
Was there a meeting
No.
there or something?
Oh.
She, she comes in a couple times a week, or once, at least,
a week.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So trying to make it all work to, see all my favorite people and do some good things while I make the
Yeah.
most of the miles. So
Right.
yeah.
Until she has new choices.
Yes, not long.
Right.
Not much longer.
All right, so, yes, yay,
Jackie, I am making some new choices, so I cheer you on for that.
yay.
So I am actually wanting more freedom. So of course I have that with this business, and I'm kind of coming back into that, and so really wanting to expand my business and kind of get back to where I was before,
Yeah.
even more so. But I am going actually back into tutoring for
Nice.
math. I got a couple math books today,
Oh, nice.
so I'm going to just go back to tutoring privately, which I used to do a long time ago.
Right.
So that way I'm not stuck. I am not stuck to a schedule. Because right now I'm stuck to a schedule, and I don't know when I'm going to be working until like 4 days before,
Yeah.
which I don't like. So I can't. It's really almost impossible for me to do shows or to ask off, because if I set one up, I may not get that off, and
Right,
I'm at the show, I'm at the money, everything.
and
so
it's
I'm just-
retail, so it's not just.
And it is
day or-
retail. So, and why yes, they do need me there, but I'm going to go in another direction.
Yeah.
So I am currently working on that. So
Yay.
I'm very excited. about that.
Congratulations.
So thank you. Thank you.
Exciting.
I'm very excited about it. So, yep.
Miss Debbie.
I'm Debbie.
I'm
I'm excited to be here again.
Yeah. We're
Oh,
always
working back
excited to
in
have you. Yeah, yeah. Now, does Davis get to go to the, kids park, whatever, no?
He will, but his numbers are low, and so
Oh,
Cash and I are holding him. We're not taking
Yeah.
him. We probably shouldn't send him to school, but we're
Yeah.
taking that risk.
Taking that risk.
But
Okay, so extra prayers that direction.
extra prayers, yeah, because if I've calculated the numbers right, that's what I was doing. He's at 325, which is really, really low. So should be
So-
about 750.
Yeah. So has that just been a new change?
This
Just
last
kinda
treatment, his numbers were at 5 something, and
Uh-huh.
so she's like, he's okay, but they're lower than they've been in a while.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, so watching him and
Yeah.
more prayers.
Yeah.
So Davis is how old now?
6.
6. And, the diagnosis was what kind of,
Acute
Acute.
lymphoblastic leukemia.
yeah, so, and that's been the last 18 months now? Is it just?
Last August,
Oh, so we're
So,
just over a year.
just over a year. Yep.
I was thinking it was that spring, so.
Yep.
So you can all follow Team Davis on Facebook for updates. I don't always see them, but you maybe haven't had as many.
I haven't been updating them. The last one I updated was Tuesday
Okay,
when he was at.
yeah, and I'm
Uh-huh.
kind of hit or miss with when I'm on or not, so,
So
okay.
yeah, I'm not posting as much as I used to, but
Yeah, well, you're,
we're in a different stage now. so-
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I'm back.
And you look great, and that color is good on you.
Yes.
Very pretty.
Not black.
Sporting your key. You got your
Oh my
key
God.
necklace and your bracelets.
Good,
and
okay.
You haven't done it all. You just, you're
I'm
just
in now.
being where you need to be.
Right.
Yep.
And that's the greatest thing about our business,
Yep.
is you have total flexibility and freedom, and I will say that over and over again. In fact, that's one of the things that I'm passionate about, and one of the things that's driving me, particularly right now, is I'm in a season where I can work, and, it's time to pass it on. So to be out there and to be bold and courageous and meeting people and sharing how amazing this opportunity can be, and let them decide. You know, we got great product, our product, you cannot beat our product, it is so incredible, and people need to try it. Like, look how we look. Our skin is good, right? People, no, I'm like, anyway, and, you know, building those customers and establishing those team members, so then when you have seasons like that where you do have some residual income that's coming in, and or you are able to come plug in, you know, and get your cup filled. And so I know there are other women like you and I and all of us that need this opportunity. And then we need leaders. We need people to step up. We need people to go into DIQ and make this their mission to grow their teams and help develop those. So we multiply. It's a cool thing. And with the changes in the marketing plan, so let's come back around to that in just a minute. We're gonna have Therese introduce herself.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Therese. And I'm excited to get back on the horse and start recruiting some more, because I kind of fell off.
Took a little vacation. Right? So no time like the present,
Exactly.
because with this Great Start promotion,
Mhm.
you guys, have you all, I know we've been talking about this, but I really wanna talk about it a little bit again tonight, and then we'll do some recognition. When they changed it, the changes are so incredible. So back in July, on July 1st, Mary Kay introduced the Great Starts promotion, that Great Starts piece to our marketing plan, which we've always had, the initial inventory purchases. So that's called your Great Start. You have your Great Start, and new consultants can start their business with product on hand, or they can build it. All right, that's always an option, that's still the option. Of course, when they start with product on hand, that makes it simpler, because they have it. And they're gonna get free product, because Mary Kay knew that that was a big decision, so the company knows, so they have the bundles that go along with that. And the bundles are increased, so now they get more with their free product. The bundles are up to $158 a bundle, right, that's the highest one. So if a new consultant maxes out that option, she'd have $1158 in free product, $1,158 in free product. Okay, and you know, you have a 10% risk, 90% is the risk. Okay, so that's the Great Start. Then we have the Great Starts Keep Selling promotion that is in there, which this is cool. So let's say she took advantage of a Great Start, she can also do Great Starts Keep Selling. But maybe she wasn't able to, or chose not to take advantage of Great Starts, she can still get free product with the Great Starts Keep Selling. What that does is every time they get to 600 wholesale in their first 4 months, they earn a bundle. and those bundles are about 110. Okay, so if she maxed out, and she got that 1158 at first, on her first initial order, that's the initial order, right? And then she was out there selling, and she ordered another 600, 1200, 3600, which is, in her first 4 months, that's realistic, she could do that. She'd earn a bundle for every 600, free product. So that would be another $600 if she, but there's no limit to that, they could do as much as they want. And then there's the Great Starts team building, okay? So brand new consultant, signs her agreement, gets going out there, and she does her proposal sharing, and she sponsors someone in her first 4 months. She earns, and that new consultant becomes qualified sometime in her first 4 months. That consultant's gonna earn a team building bundle, which is $200. Unlimited, however many she grows, okay? So for every qualified new team member, your new team member in her first 4 months gets, she earns a bundle, $200 bundle. All right, that's what they launched in July. Then on September 1st, they made it even better in that they threw out that every time you sponsor someone who becomes a qualified consultant in her first 4 months, whether initially or in the first 4 months, you earn a $50 team building bonus.
I got that.
For each one, you got that.
Yes, I was shocked.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, not because, and it's in their first 4 months. So, because Lily was in her first 4 months, right? And it was cumulative. Like, she didn't order all the $600, she just got to be,
She placed 2 orders
which
that
girl?
equaled 600 in the month of August.
but if she would have done that over the 4 months, you would have still got the $50 team building bonus. So that's for all consultants. Each one of you sitting at the table here tonight can get a $50 team building bonus for everyone that you share this opportunity with that becomes qualified in her first 4 months. If she's a new consultant, they get the product on top of that. And then, when you have 3, if it's first time Red Jacket, so do you know, we don't know yet, well, the month's not over. First time Red Jacket, when you have 3 qualified team members, you made $50 for each team member, that's $150. Plus now you get a $100 bonus because you're a Red Jacket. That's $250 bonuses. Plus the commission on the orders out of Mary Kay's half, not your half, not her half, your half. Seriously, the money, I wish I had a whiteboard that we could be writing on this. And then the other thing that one of our boxers that they talked about, I think it was Shelby and Jordan were talking about, which I had never had this thought. Then you earn your car. Mary
Oh, yeah,
Kay, I
I know.
didn't even have that thought.
Maybe because I haven't done it yet.
Why? So like, let's say, okay, you guys are gonna be earning your cars, all right? So Jackie, you earn your car. That production to earn your car is, I don't even know, 16,000?
No, I think it's 20.
Oh, is it
per
20,000
person,
now?
yeah.
Okay, as a consultant, 20,000. That 20,000, that they would award you the car, Mary Kay would award you a car. That counts for my car too. So Mary Kay, in a sense, is awarding 2 cars. I had never had that thought on that same production.
Wow.
Do you follow me? Okay, so as a director, and right now, we are 36 orders away from Equinox, 36 minimum orders. Like, we are doing that. 236 from Kellogg, which, we could do that too. That's the, like, we gotta be hustling in the last 2 weeks. But, so as a director, the car qualification is a 6-month time frame. So it's quarterly. So, July, August, September, October, November, December. You have a qualification period of what the production is during that time, okay? So any of that production that's happening is counting towards a director car. So you earn your car, that 20,000 counts for my units production, and I'm gonna get awarded a car on that too. I never had that thought, but that's exactly true. This company, seriously,
That's amazing.
I don't know how how they'd separate that, but that is amazing that they do that. We're a debt-free company too, which is absolutely unheard of. So we're rock solid, 55 years, debt-free, a company that has no intentions of changing away from the principles of faith first, family second, career third, treating other people the way you want to be treated, living and working by that golden rule, praising people to success. It's people and love, not profit and loss. And when you are out there with that servant heart and you're sharing the product and telling the story, you're gonna have people that are gonna say yes. You're gonna have people that are gonna wanna buy your product. You're gonna have people that are gonna wanna join your team. You're gonna have some that don't. That's okay. Keep going. You can say anything you want in your brain. Don't say it out loud. Just say, smile and say, that's okay, I'm gonna be here. People, when they change product, that's great. Let me know if anything changes, because I'm a Mary Kay lifetime person. I mean, you are, you know, whatever. Come back around. I say, all the time I'll say, I'll be here if you change your mind. You come on back. And lots of times, you know what? They come back. Because we got great stuff. I had one just the other day, text me. It was $150, no, it was $200 order, $200 order. She texted me and said, I need to get back on Mary Kay. I'm like, yes, you do. She was asking about Clearproof or 3D. I said, well, this is the difference. And she's like, okay, I want the ultimate 3D set. I thought she was just gonna get the 3D. So I need the ultimate 3D, and I need Susie cream, and I don't know. Yeah, took it up to $200. And then she's like, I'm so excited to be back. I'm like, well, I'm so excited you're back. Don't leave again. No, I didn't say that. But, I mean, you take care of them, you hold people with an open hand, they'll come back. So, not only do we have the best product and we can change women's skin and we can empower people, we also have a very lucrative business opportunity that is really not able to be matched. With this new edition of this team building piece, nobody can touch us. You can do so much great with this. And then the company, at the national level, to have a family security plan with their retirement that they have. No other drug sales company has anything like that too. So you might want to think all of that national. Anyway, so with that said, I think we should do some celebrations. Don't you think we should do some celebrations? Woo! Yes. Okay, so always fun to get started. I love the fanfare and the awards and all that stuff. Right? We don't have music on now. I know. I shut it off because it was a distraction. So if you reached out to anybody, we always recognize our outreaches, and the outreach is trying to make a back and forth connection. Okay, so it can be a text, it can be a phone call, it can be a Facebook private message. We have all these avenues of ways we can have an outreach, okay? So make any outreaches this week. Try to connect with someone. Stand up. Yeah, I saw those ones tonight. Okay, stay standing if you had 5 or more. If you had 10 or more. 15, 20. Teresa.
Yeah.
90?
90.
Oh.
Okay,
Tell us
awesome.
how. Tell us how, because I need tips.
I contacted everybody on my preferred mailing list, and I have responses back, because I also have a drawing that they need to contact me by 5 or 6 tomorrow night to be in the drawing. And I'm getting feedback back and forth. Great. That way too.
Smart.
And they're letting me know, they're to let me know whether they received the holiday book, and then last month I did it on the other holiday, the other lookbook.
Super smart to she's just even putting their name in the drawing for them to respond back to her. If they respond that they got their lookbook, which I think that's super smart, Teresa, because that gets this conversation going. People want to be in the drawing.
And then I'm wanting to do minimum 10 phone calls a day is what I'm also shooting for. That is my goal.
Awesome. Yay.
for that.
That's awesome. Way to go.
Okay, so stand up if you made any contacts, if you actually talked to anybody that you outreach to, and then you actually, or contact can be face to face, back and forth that way too, okay? All right, so stay standing if you had 5 or more. 10, 15, 20. Good 20?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our contact.
Okay,
solution. Okay, you Tiara.
I think Kyla wants it.
It was, do you guys watch The Big Bang
Okay,
Theory?
where's the tiara?
Okay, never mind.
You can put the real tiara on.
Okay.
The blood
I
one,
saw
like,
him using
tear.
this one.
No, it's
Somebody else is
Amy
all over
Farrah,
my
like the
phone.
geeky
Oh, that's
one.
scary.
Really?
Yeah, oh my
Are
gosh.
you jealous now?
I think you gotta walk towards the camera. Like,
Yeah, walk
walk
Here
straight.
she comes.
Walk your face.
Yeah.
Yep, wave the right hand, you know, when you're crossing the stage, it always wants to be the back hand. You turn them this way.
Well, that's good etiquette.
Because if you do this, then you're waving in front of your face.
And that's how the picture will look. Your picture will look like this.
Oh, comb?
No one is.
Oh, it's so
Place these to put your bobby pins. Okay. So that's
Just
very
for
fun.
you, Kyla.
Okay, so now, did anybody see any faces this last week? Did you share the product and put product on anybody? Stand up if you shared it. Yay. Okay, so both of you had at least one, because you have 2, 3, 5? 5? Party. Were they separate or all together?
Separate.
Nice, okay, okay. So, then, did anybody open their stores this last week and sell any products? Stand up.
Yay.
Sell products. Yay? Okay, so stand
Money.
making money, right, that's what we're doing this year, right? Okay, every day and every way, making money. Okay. So Stacy, I sold $100 or more? Woo-hoo! 150, 200, 250, 300. Woo!
260.
260, okay. Oh, so close. So 232 crew, you know, bare bones minimum, to be a star, every quarter, you need to retail 232 a week. Okay, that's your bare bucks, but 300, just for good measure, makes it simple math. Okay?
And the Star Wars.
The star brochure is hanging up back there. I forgot to stick the new one in my bag because we are in a second quarter. So stand up if you were a first quarter star. Yay. I want to know what prize you're taking.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
It's not
Oh,
that
it's even the
brochure.
old one.
Here, I have it.
she does have it. Sorry, I threw that out at you because I want to know. People wanna know. Now, sometimes, you can tell me what's on here, sometimes when you go in to select your prize, there are past prizes available. So, you might have other options when you get in there that make you change your mind. And that's okay, because we have choices in here,
Yeah,
okay?
the ring, you turned me on to gold, darn it.
I do have a picture of that ring on my phone in real life, so you can see what it
See
looks
it,
like.
you
if
might
you
wanna
want to.
see it. Yeah,
It's beautiful.
and the marble wood and cheese stone thing, like, that's so not really me, but like, I eat a lot of grapes and.
Yeah.
You know?
It all depends. Right now, it is the ring. If I do it for myself, if I give it away, it will be the wreath.
Yeah?
Who are we gonna give it away to?
Did you-
Who's the lucky recipient?
A team member.
Yeah.
Did you, and you didn't get bumped up?
No, not
Okay,
my
cause that was
knowledge.
last, cause that was last.
Yeah, last quarter we got bumped
And-
up.
Yeah, I don't know how that works with the new Great
I
Star.
think it has to be there in that,
And
for
their
this
initial?
program, it has to be there
So
in
their
the
initial,
initial,
okay.
from sharp
Alright.
600.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause then they
Molly.
can-
I got bumped up when Molly was qualified. Now with Lily,
Last quarter.
yeah. with
Okay, so
Lily-
It has to be the quarter that they
Okay.
signed up to.
I can't remember. Molly was last quarter, she was the
Yeah.
quarter before, okay, got it, all right. Trees.
I'm leaning towards the gold bag.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was really pretty.
It's awesome.
it is. Yeah. Might be twinsies.
Yeah.
Although I really love the jewelry, and I would wear that, so, although, yeah.
Yeah, I know, I look at that too.
I'll just see.
Yeah, it was stunning.
It is,
Decisions.
yes, what a problem. What a life!
We have to look at the brochure back there on the thing. I
Is
thought I
that
had
the
the
new
new
one?
one.
Yes,
I thought
the new
this
one's
was the
the
new
new
one.
one.
Oh, 'cause I looked online, they don't have it up yet.
Yeah, it's,
They don't have it up yet?
it's back there.
I thought it was not. It was in it was in one of our responses already even.
It was?
Is it in this one?
The
It
new
is in
one?
this one.
I think so too.
Because I remember thinking we got it right before the quarter was over and I said, they put it in there. Okay, so we've talked about sales, we've talked about faces. Did anybody share the opportunity this last week? I think it was in the one before. And that Teresa handed out with the,
September?
yeah.
No, I don't. It was early because,
Yeah, I was thinking, it's so unlike Mary Kay never revealed that stuff until when
Well,
she
this
was
is
making
for
this.
this quarter.
That one's for this quarter, but it's,
one is
I know it's in there.
This
Which one
is
are you looking at?
August.
This is the brand new one, this is October.
October?
Um,
Oh,
yeah, the one like this,
September.
have you got the October one?
it's not in this one.
Yeah,
It's
I
not in
do.
September's. If it is, I'm gonna
Okay.
send it quick.
There it is, okay.
All right, doesn't matter, it's on the board, it'll be on the computer, probably be able to order your prize next week. The 20th usually, okay, so very, very soon. All right, did anybody share the opportunity with anybody this last week? Because in order to go up, you gotta share, right? Show and share? They show and tell,
I don't know if I
not this week?
shared with you guys last week, but a couple of my gals where I work, I shared it with them and they listened to the Hispanic.
Oh, yes,
They finally listened to the video. One of them did it on before Tuesday and then the other one, I offered them a free ornament eyeliner
Oh.
for listening, but
Smart.
the one says, I told her about it, I said it doesn't count, she's gonna listen to it and give me feedback, and
Yeah.
so hopefully,
because
Those
people
are-
take away different things from it, but
Mhm.
it's always smart to put a product attached to that so that you can entice them, thank them for their time, so whether it's the eyeliner, whether it's a mascara, eyeshadow. Stacy always trained, and this is how I did it as I was bringing guests, Matt, they always got their choice of 2 eyeshadows, a cheek color, or a lipstick for being my guest. Or if they're like skincare type customers, then I always said they could get one thing for half price for coming. So it kind of kept it all on that same price point. That way, if they weren't glamour type people that didn't want to wear any color, then I could always speak to them by saying, we can get one skincare item at half price for coming, being my guest. I always want to thank you for your time.
Share for a shadow, listen
Yeah.
to the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did that when in what situations did she do that in?
Stacy?
Yeah.
When she would invite models to come as her guests, whether it would be a guest event or whether it was our weekly success meetings, that kind of thing. That was when she used that as an option.
And added to it, did you say that? So like if they came as a guest, they could get their
I
2
didn't say that.
eyeshadows. If they brought a friend, they could get a cheek color, and if they brought a second friend, then they could get their lipstick, so they could get their total look with a couple of friends.
Friends, like that.
Yeah.
So you're bringing it, it's a party. You can do that with your party too.
Absolutely.
You know, the gift for having a party is their compact, and then for each friend, they get pieces of the compact to fill it. So that's a way that, your initial cost, if you sit down with her and all you're doing, she don't have any friends, you're giving her the $17 compact, well, she needs to fill it. So it's gonna cost you $8.50, but she's gonna fill it, so that's gonna offset your cost. And then if she has 4 friends and she fills it that way, well, at least one of those friends is gonna buy, if not all 4 of them.
Right.
Once in a while, you'll have it where you might end up, it might cost you, but I promise you, something good will come back
Yeah.
around.
with both of my people, for them listening, watching the video, they got the gel eyeliner. One came back and,
We should bring you up here because as a red jacket, you can share a tip of success.
Yeah,
So
come on up.
come on up, that way they can hear you on the video.
Yeah,
Um,
come on, it's fine, you'll live.
Just practice. DIQ, girlfriend.
Exactly.
with the, what I did is let them, we sent the video to them, they listened to it. Both of them listened to the video, they both came back. At that point, you know, like with them just getting the gel eyeliner, getting that free, I was out. But I knew them as customers, that they would come back and that cost would be made up. So the one came back, wants a foundation, the other one wants an eye primer. I'm basically making very, you know, just making a profit, but both products have been paid for.
Right,
And that's
a
a
lot.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're excited,
They're excited, yes.
and they're
because-
trying a new product, so
Yes, but that, so,
you're gonna build on that relationship.
and hopefully they'll,
Deep and
Join
loyal
us.
customers,
Right.
yes.
Are they watching like Stacy's video or which?
they're Hispanic, so they listen, there was a national sales director,
Sonia Paez.
and
Yeah.
so,
We have a, marketing plan that's, video that you could share that's with.
We do
Spanish
have
speaking.
some, that, and we do have access to other ones if you have somebody that needs, different kind of, like a single mom story, or a businesswoman that's, you know, very much glass ceiling kind of thing. Oh, there's several different ones.
Well, I'm thinking like with Kyla and,
Jordan.
agriculture,
Yes.
what?
Jordan.
Jordan
Twilly or-
Twilly, and then, always goes back, way back, she's retiring this year, is Linda Tupin. Linda
Yes.
Tupin grew up on a dairy farm, and so she talks about the mentality of you milked the cows regardless of if you were sick, or someone died, or you were on vacation, like, you milked the cows every day, not just once, right? I think it was twice, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had those requirements, so those kinds of things, and Linda Tupin's
The work
story-
ethic is just, yeah.
Yeah, those would be good for your niche, like, so thinking about for in your target market,
Yeah.
like.
Like Amy
what-
Kemp was teacher, and she talked about what her life was and needing something more and wanting to be able to incorporate the ability to teach and mentor, that kind of thing, make a difference.
Gloria Mayfield Banks, who's gonna be at the advance, she has dyslexia. So, and she was in an abusive relationship, so she was in a domestic violence situation, so when she was growing her business, she, that was happening, you know, behind the scenes, and people didn't know it, but.
Yeah, and then
She
even
talks
as a
about that
college
now.
student one, I think, Kristen Sharp was a college student, wanted to pay off her loans, her school loans. I'm thinking if there's one with her.
Was she at college? I thought she was out. She was working for,
But I was thinking
John
that was part of
Maxwell.
it too. Who was it? Maybe not
they
her
had a
then.
couple new ones
Maybe it was
from
Jordan
career
Piper.
conference that they were
Yeah.
going back, how they were.
Yeah, they're doing that story, those pieces too, and that's all available, those stories are available on the digital lounge on InTouch.
If you need some layering.
If you, yes, because sometimes you might go do a marketing plan with somebody and share the business opportunity with them over coffee, belly button to belly button, you know, eyeball to eyeball, and they're not ready yet, but then, you know, you can ask them to, you know, at some point, ask them to watch a video, or if they say they need more information, then you can say, well, let me send you this quick video, you can watch it on your time and see what you think, and we can go over that, and it just creates that dialogue and gives them a different perspective, and they sometimes pick up, even though a lot of them, we say similar things, it's just a different way to share it with them, and, you know, different personality styles, hearing different things too, so makes it all well-rounded and helpful, I think, so.
Okay, so I asked Kyla to share some
Okay.
great fun things. Did you bring that?
Yes.
Okay, so
All
let's
right.
bring Kyla up. She's got some fun things to share about your business on the
Yay,
go.
Kyla.
Living in different locations, in a van.
In a van.
It's a great life. It's a great life.
I Okay, so I thought that I was going to have a pretty drastic shift in like my role at the Nebraska Pork Producers Association since our family relocated to Juniata. And you know, that started with the conversation with my boss that said you need to go to all of the executive leaders from our board of directors and have the conversation about the expectations for your job. And so like immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, like what does this mean? After 11 years, September 4th, after 11 years of doing this job, my expectations because of relocation are changed. And although that isn't, you know, as drastic as I had anticipated, there is some of that. So I had reached out to Melinda and said, hey, like I have a lot more on the road time. I have expectations for much more outreach as opposed to program management. So how can I respectfully utilize like the connection that I have through, you know, my job with the pork producers, but also still say like, hey, I'm Kyla and this is what I'm doing with my Mary Kay business and I'm excited about it. And this is how I think like maybe you would enjoy it. So just as an example, I work with a lot of teachers and they're teaching, you know, students about agriculture and leadership and business and entrepreneurship. So I think that there's a lot of connections there. And, you know, preparing young people for, you know, stepping up into a career that they might be excited about and leading by example, I think is one thing that, you know, I would have interest from teachers in that way. So some of the things that, you know, Melinda and I talked about was reaching out to, you know, an ag-based sorority and how we could have programs that would meet their you know, quarterly needs on image or the career fairs coming up at the end of the month. You know, how do you dress for success or get yourself ready, you know, to go to an interview if you're a freshman or sophomore in college and maybe don't have that kind of experience. But one of the things that I was most excited about, because it's important to get product on people. And so one of the things I thought was like, I just really can't haul all of my roll-up bags and that kind of stuff everywhere. I feel like a nomad sometimes with all of these bags that I'm taking. So she helped me kind of brainstorm some different things that I could put together, you know, like a monthly kind of focus. And so September, the focus is on, oh geez, why can't I not with the beauty, what is on the lookbook? Beauty for life.
Yeah.
So the focus is on skincare, of course. So what I have in here is a sample of the TimeWise 3D. I chose to do the normal, although you can buy samples for both different combination and oily. I thought most people this probably would work for since I don't maybe know them or know what their skin type is. And then Melinda also shared a PDF that has, you know, some great information about, you know, 20% of aging is really only our genetics or age. The rest is, you know, environmental factors and, you know, all of the different things about deliver, delay, and defend. So all of that information on one nice sheet I can add, like it's fillable, so I can say, contact me, Kyla Haybrock, www.marykay.com/Kyla Haybrock for my personal website. You know, it looks really professional. It costs virtually nothing to print both sides. And then I also printed out the fall line. There's a really nice sell sheet with like the botanicals and the gel eyeliners, and I thought like that's kind of a fun thing instead of like, oh, and here's our lookbook. I hope you buy something. You know, just like some cool on-trend things that we have going on right now. But then I also, because I love eyeliner, and the darker the better, I put in my favorite product, which is the eyeliner, and then a sample of lip gloss, because I think most everybody likes lip gloss, and that was just kind of a fun little added bonus, I think. So this is just tissue paper. So this was generally holds up pretty well. I decided this instead of envelopes because I didn't have to trim it. And I also couldn't find cool envelopes. Like maybe there's a stationery.
I thought those were real sacks.
Maybe there's a stationery store, but it was cheap. You know, I cut a sheet of paper in half and folded it over, taped it. It holds up pretty well in my purse. And then I basically, you know, with Melinda's help, kind of worked through about 3 different scripts that, you know, are the ways that I would give these to someone. So one example, you're my little girl's daycare provider, and I would say thank you so much for taking such great care of Fallon. I just have a small gift for you to show my appreciation. What you'll find inside is a sample of TimeWise 3D. It includes a cleanser, a day cream, an eye cream, and an eye cream, But also to make this extra special for you, I tucked in a sample of eyeliner, which is my favorite product, and a lip gloss. I know you'll love the color.
Awesome.
And then a lot of thank you. Look at Fallon. And then another script is, let's say a woman that I don't know, but I want to know. So this context is a gal at the drive-thru whenever I get my large iced tea unsweetened. And I say, Joe, like, I just wanted to say how much your smile brightens my day every time I come through the drive-thru. So here's a little gift from me to you, and I hope that you'll like it. I know that you're a hardworking woman and you deserve a little pampering. So what's inside is, again, a sample of Time Wise 3D cleanser, day cream, night cream, and a night cream. And your smile is always so bright. I tucked in a special lip gloss. It's called Sparkle Berry to sparkle just as much as your smile. I'll catch you the next time I come through and you can tell me what you liked most.
That's awesome.
And then my last script is like a woman that I know that I would really like to sit down and maybe do a facial with, or a skincare class or beauty experience. And it's very much the same, you know, it just is more conversation. You know, because we have an established relationship or whatever that might look like. So, you know, just like to give it a whirl. So, Abby, I know we've been trying really hard to get together to try some of these products, but I didn't want you to have to wait any longer because they really are the best. So try this new Time Wise 3D cleanser, day cream, night cream, night cream. And then I know that after you try this, that this will make it so much fun, because you're gonna know all of the great products that we're gonna try, and that will help you get some of your girlfriends excited for when we can finally get together. And then of course, no scripts for the follow-up, but that part is the important part, to make sure, you know, when I go through the drive-thru that I touch base with Joe, or in the craziness of daycare, sometimes that is, you know, like, it makes it an interesting setting, you know, like I won't be able to have an in-depth conversation, and I likely won't even be able to say, like, when can I get you on the books? But just, again, the other part that I think is probably the most important about this is I feel good about giving this as a gift. Like, it looks nice, it makes me feel good as I'm giving it, and I think that they receive that too. So it's been really positive. They're like, oh, you don't have to, that's so nice. You know, just pouring all of this. I'm like, I was supposed to be giving that to you, and you're giving it back to me. So, yeah, so do it. It's like $2 with all of the printing and samples that I did. Cheap.
And do
Good
you,
stuff.
If you don't, you might want to tell them that like a little bit goes a long way, so there's like more than one use in there.
Oh,
Did you
yeah,
say
that-
you would say that?
I haven't, but that is a good point, because I do think I've heard people say that they can get 5 uses.
3 to 5 uses out of those samples.
So that is another point about this, like, although it is a sample, like, that's a pretty generous thing, you know, like, I feel like this is nothing to sneeze at, and I think that that's also a good use. If they like it, then great, we'll figure something out, and if not, like, that's okay, like,
Right.
it'll come back. Yeah, so.
Right, I think, yeah, you can't go anywhere. So my question for you is, did you see how that flowed off of her scripts? So are you practicing that when you're driving? in the car?
Yeah,
You're like-
and I've actually recorded
Oh,
myself
you're so
and
smart.
shared it with Catherine on my team. She said, can you share your script? And I said, I can do better. I can give you my audio, and, you know, it's just plugging in the hole for whoever you might be talking to and whatever your situation is.
Right.
And I have found my preference for communication definitely is voice to voice, and with the time in the car, that's really useful for me, because I can't be texting, that's
Right.
unsafe,
Right.
and talk to text is ridiculously inaccurate, so.
Be
careful.
Yeah.
Right, you never know what you said, whoops.
So I think that in a way too, like, you know, if some of these women, like, I would be able to follow up with and say something similar in a
Right.
voicemail, you know, like, it's really not recreating much, but having that follow-up, I know, is the most important part, so.
Right, awesome.
Really nice.
I would encourage you all to do that too. You know, all of you, I think, have Voxer. If you don't, that's an app you do want to download. But that's one that you can do notes on, and then you can play it back. Is that the app you're using?
I just am using my voice memos on my
memos? Yeah.
iPhone, and then I
So-
can share them, text them to other people. or-
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would work too. I guess you could text it from Voxer too, but your voice memo. So any of those things, because I think when you listen to yourself, then it just And the other thing is practicing with looking in a mirror, you know, so you're feeling that energy that comes through. Teresa and I were talking earlier about like just picking up the phone and calling people. Yeah, you don't always have to text, but you can text and that will work too, but yeah, so way to go. Thank you, both of you guys, for sharing your ideas tonight.
Yes.
Anybody have any questions on those, that stuff?
Could you put that, she mentioned a PDF, could you put that up for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you might have to remind me which one I use, so do you have it that? Absolutely. But I'm not sure which one she's using.
Zach, I forgot about the monkey.
Did I sure was really
You sent me a
bad.
picture, not the PDF.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Just the picture.
You'll want the
There's like
PDF
the
because it's
20%.
fillable.
Yeah, so if it's fillable, it might, was it a girl, I wonder if it was it a girl boss or is it a company?
It was titled In Touch, like when you
might have
sent
got
it.
it off Mary Kay.
Oh, yeah, that had to come from, and I sent that to you, okay, yeah.
You
must have
did.
come from Mary Kay. Okay, we'll figure it out, yeah, okay. I'm sure if I sent it to her,
If it said In Touch on it, you might have just
Do you
kind of
have
right
it?
on
The
yeah.
fall 2018 collection says the designed by Pink Ink Media, so that would be.
Oh, Thinking Media, no, that's a service. So, but I emailed it to you, I would've emailed it to you.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I've got it, it'll be in there.
It'll be in your
We'll
sent
figure it out.
folder.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to have that.
You bet, I'll send it
Please.
out.
You know that, it's that one, right? And then it has all the fillable stuff at the bottom.
Yeah, can you just text me that? Okay, so I can do that one,
Yeah.
all right, so, was there something else I wanted to share, that I was wanted to talk about? I had another thought, but I can't remember what it was when you guys were talking, with your fabulous ideas, where we're
I
going.
don't think so, I think it out, because you told me that Kyla was gonna share our training tip tonight.
Yeah,
That's
so,
very cool.
and really announcements, we don't, next week it's just meetings, there's not really anything coming up. Other than, the next Audacious Rally Night will be the 4th of October.
I haven't thrown it out there to everybody, but I did have on my calendar a taco night at my house next Thursday for sharing the opportunity, if you have people that you would wanna bring with you to listen.
Okay.
You can do that
Tacos?
together.
Talk about the career opportunity.
So Abby and I might have some guests, which would be better. I mean, I don't know if I'm speaking for you, but maybe, like,
Maybe.
because Amy's doing an event here on
Show meetings.
Thursdays, so like, what do you think?
If they haven't tried the product, I'd probably say come here with them so they can try the product and then see the whole thing. But if you need like a piece for sharing, if you just strictly wanna share information with them about the opportunity, then you can bring it to my home. Just kind of, I thought, one last little throw in there because we're in the throes of
End of the month.
the end of the month, and we wanna be in the
Right.
highest place possible for advance, for the recognition, and just because we wanna be making money.
Yeah, I did notice that the Rising Stars are, number 24. Oops, that's gonna screw it up, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, you guys that are on there, I don't know, I put it in, it went into low battery mode. I meant to hit close and I didn't. Anyway, Stacy's newsletter came out and we are number 24 right now in
Yay.
January. So like with a rock star month, which is what I expect that we'll have, we can seriously move up. Like,
What's the context? 24 out of.
I know that there's
60?
60 at least, probably.
Nebraska?
We're in the top 40, we're probably 33. Cause I knew we were getting down there, but we were still in the mark because in her, she recognizes top 40 in her newsletter. But there's at least, I'd say there's at least 60.
yeah,
Stacy's.
yeah, so we're on the move, like,
Yes.
Have you guys heard anything from her Zoom, her conference call on August 5th, having the drawing for
Yeah, no,
the event?
to win.
did she talk about it on the Zoom call?
I didn't watch it yet.
In August, she did, but I just didn't know if she.
I think she's doing the drawing, I know you said that, but I think does the drawing at Tiffany's. That's what it's always been in the past, when she's ran that promotion.
Mhm.
that she's done the drawing there. But I didn't watch that Zoom call, so I don't know if anything's on there, and
Do you know if it's
I don't remember
recorded?
seeing it is.
Well, yes, and most every other director in the James area has shared it with her people, except for yours.
I sent it out really late too, in your defense, but I didn't send it till Saturday or Sunday.
What was it? It seemed like you almost felt like you got disconnected. And
Oh,
all of a
that
sudden
one.
you just kept on hearing, hello, hello, and it was
Yeah.
Gloria.
Uh-huh.
And then Gloria talked, and then
I was
Stacy.
thinking the recorded Zoom call, but you're talking about that conference call she did.
Yes.
Right. Or was that
Is that
Zoom
the-
call too? There's two different things.
Oh, and
Cause
I
she
don't,
did one at the beginning, but then she did that other thing.
She
and
did
I
the
don't
one
know
in
if I've
August
shared, have I
5th.
shared any of them?
It's on, it was on,
Oh.
you have it on Facebook.
It
Okay,
is.
okay, so that one I shared, there's the newer, the other
The
one that
newest one she
I
just
haven't
did
last
was
week,
for Reds, people that wanted to move into red.
right
Is
after
what-
the change,
Yes.
and I haven't shared that one. But
Yeah.
I will get that out there in case someone wants to watch that. But I will text her. I've had some communication with her today, so I'll text her tonight and say, we were talking at the meeting tonight and we wanted to know, have you done that drawing and when are you gonna do that if you
Because
haven't?
it was everybody that did a 600
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
month of August had a chance to be in the drawing for an event that she would do in September.
I almost positive, I know you said that you thought she was gonna do the event in September.
But I think with
I
everything being
almost
so crowded.
positive there's always a drawing for that $600 order thing. You know, she does some fashion of that every year, and it's always drawn at,
Sometimes it's a seminar, but I don't
Yeah.
remember doing it for the event.
right, but it was usually when we're all together. So,
she has
yeah,
all those
she did it
things.
last year, I mean, there was something
Okay.
Yeah.
that we could earn her.
Okay.
So, I know, I've been saying that, but I'll find out.
And I
I'm just
will
wondering if she
humbly
was doing it.
say too, or not humbly, cause I'm all about wanting to earn the time, even though I'd be a nerd, I'd be shaken, but when we as sales directors, so your marketing plans make a difference if we're, help you with them or follow up with them, because we were challenged to do 30-10, 30 faces and 10 marketing plans, or the other way around, 10 faces and 30 marketing plans between the 16th and the 31st, and we can earn a training call, or training, one-on-one training at Advance with Gloria. Just she and I, or Melinda and Gloria.
So if y'all did 5, 6,
Right, I mean, we'll have some of our own too.
what's 5? Who are your 5?
So like you would do them with us, right?
Yes, we would help you with your marketing plans, your share appointments. Then we count them, and when we complete that challenge from Stacy, then we get our name in a drawing for Gloria, one-on-one coaching call. They could
Not a
only
call,
benefit.
with her.
Not a call, right, with her,
Face to
in her
face.
face to face,
Might
nose
be
to
kinda
nose,
scary.
whatever. What'd you say?
Might be kinda scary, she may be
I
like,
know she
"Girl,
might say.
I'm
"Watch
telling you
your
right
face."
now, this is what you need to do.
Well, and that was the way she was
How
on
long you
that
been-
last call
Yeah.
back in August.
Yeah,
That
that's why I
Gloria
said
was
I'd be
like,
probably nervous wreck, but
"Get on
it would
it."
be worth it, because then we could bring what we learned from her back to you.
Yeah, actually, when Stacy put that out there, I thought, I'm doing that.
Who's
So if I have to
Gloria?
go, she's the #1 national sales director at Mary Kay right now. She's
Oh.
top
She's
person in the
like
company.
Stacy, except for Gloria's #1.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
nice.
And
Yes,
she's just got 2 years. She'll be retiring soon.
and she's averaging 80 to 90,000 a month. Her income.
She, very charismatic, but when like you're training, like when I went to Inner Circle Weekend and had training from her, she was like,
If you follow her on
Like-
Instagram, she's in Prague right now with her husband and doing some
saw
training
that.
Mary Kay stuff, and it's so fun to, she's a hoot,
yeah.
powerful.
So I
woman.
did get off that call and think, all right. What would
Yeah.
happen if I actually did that challenge?
Yeah.
2 weeks, anything's possible. I do have things happen, and I have been talking to a lot of people, I got contacts, but Krista's right, okay.
So you need 5 between.
Well, like if, I was just counting, there's
Come
5
over
of,
here.
there's
There's
5
five
of you here, if you all did 5 and I did 5.
Oh, it was 30, right?
Yeah, I gotta do 30, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have my 10 faces. We'd have it done, so who are your, no pressure. You could just say, chapters trying to get this
And I
exclusive
have 5
time.
names that I just need to follow up more.
Yeah.
I believe Melinda gave me the script. The marketing plan continues to get more amazing. Would you help me reach my goal and
Yeah.
maybe learn some more yourself?
That's a great script. You're so good.
Yeah, you are good.
Why don't you read that one more time?
The marketing plan continues to get more amazing. Would you help me help me reach my goal, or be interested in learning more yourself?
All you have to do is listen. Listen for lip gloss, listen for an eyeshadow, listen for, that's the thing, one of the things that Teresa, I think, is really doing something smart. I mean, she's putting it out there, she's giving away that free product, it's gonna come back to you. It always comes back to us. All right, I'm gonna close with some little, inspiration. We're gonna call it a night, 'cause this has been fun. Have you
It
been?
has been fun.
Very.
All right.
Inspired already.
So I think Stacy said it. I just was flipping through my notes, like something about be on fire for your life.
Yeah.
But maybe that was it says audacious area. So who would have said it?
Jordan,
Maybe
I think
Jordan.
that sounds like it, or that might be an Erica.
Yeah, it was
Sounds like
Erica.
an Erica, be on
Yeah.
fire for your life.
Be on fire.
And then one thing with Erica too, where she said that she has made it a goal to speak to everybody. That's what I have just decided. I don't care. I am going to talk to you
Seen her
one
on
way
the
or another
audacious area.
about product, business, whatever.
Yeah, and with the marketing, that's always been my philosophy too, share the product, share the story. Just share the facts with everybody. It only makes them more supportive. You don't have to twist their arm and make them do this. For Pete's sakes, we don't want to twist their arm. If they're not interested in becoming a consultant, we don't want them to become a consultant, because it won't work for any of us. We only have so much energy, and if we're dragging a lot of people along, then that gets hard, and this is a simple business, it's supposed to be fun, it can change her life, right? So, yeah, and I always have to think about, this is gonna be dying. I always have to think about, would I wanna see her on someone else's arm walk into the meeting? Cause I didn't share this thing with the marketing plan with her, or, that can happen. So you just share, and they say, I'm not interested, and
And
say,
follow
do you
up
mind if
and
I check
follow
in
up.
with you down the road? Life changes every 3 to 6 months.
Even though they tell me I will contact you,
Yeah.
I'm like, I did that in the past. It ain't happening this
Right.
time.
Yep, until they say no, don't call me again. Most people don't say that. All right, man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. So we gotta jump in, and we gotta swim a little bit, and keep swimming. So, centuries ago, when a map maker would run out of the known world before he ran out of parchment, he often would sketch a dragon at the edge of the scroll. This was intended to be a sign to the explorer that he was entering unknown territory at his own risk. Many explorers, however, did not perceive the dragon as a mapmaker's warning sign, but rather as a prophecy. They foresaw disaster and doom beyond the known worlds they traversed. Their fear kept them from pushing on to discover new lands and peoples. Others, more adventurous travelers, saw the dragon as a sign of opportunity, the doorway to a new territory worth exploring. Each of us has a mental map that contains the information we use for guidance as we explore each new day. Like the maps of long ago, our mental maps have edges to them. And sometimes those edges seem to be marked by dragons or fears. At times, our fears may be valid, but at other times, our fear may keep us from discovering more of this world and more about other people, including ourselves. Don't let fear keep you from all that God desires for you to explore and to know. So swim out there, go to the deep end, it's worth it. We're gonna do amazing things and have the lives that we choose to live. It's all there for us. So, thanks for being here tonight. All right. Close this out before my phone dies.
Brainstorming in the car the other day.